The Seventh Day Adventist Church has fallen, and Jesus is not the head of that church. Jesus gave me that message in 1994. That church is the Laodicean Church of the Bible. Check it out for yourself. In a dream I had in 1994, my ex-husband and I, both Seventh Day Adventists at that time, were traveling in the country on a long, winding road. It was not unusual for us to take long, leisurely drives in the country just to look at the scenery, especially in the summer. We were on one of those drives, and as usual, my husband was in the driver's seat. We came around a curve, and there, lying in the road, was a big dinosaur-looking beast. It was red and bloody, appeared to have had been skinned. It was ugly. And on top of that, its head had been cut off from its body. The beast just lay there dead in the road. As we were fastly approaching it, I screamed, "What is it? Don't hit it!" I looked over at my husband, and he seemed dazed, and it was obvious that we were headed straight for impact. I grabbed the steering wheel and turned the car away from the beast. The car squeaked and swerved and spun completely around before we stopped with the car headed in the opposite direction. I then looked over at my husband, who was still in the driver's seat. He looked totally dazed, and his head was bobbing around like he had no idea what had just happened. Then the dream ended, and I woke up. I knew that the dream meant something important, so I told my husband about the dream the very next day. Then later that same month, on Memorial Day, God gave me the interpretation of my dream. On that day, my husband and I were both off because it was a holiday weekend and we were sleeping in. I was just lying on the bed when I clearly heard God speak to me. He said, "The beast which you saw in your dream is the Seventh Day Adventist Church. It has fallen, and it does not have a head." When I heard the voice, I jumped straight up out of the bed and told my husband what Jesus had just said to me. I repeated it because I was 100% sure of what Jesus had said on that day. Jesus said that the Seventh Day Adventist Church has fallen and it does not have a head. Jesus is saying that he's not the head of the Seventh Day Adventist Church. Now, you may ask me, who are you to have been told such critical information about the SDA Church? I will at least tell you this. Jesus has told me that I am a prophetess of God and that I am from the 12 tribes of Israel. He has also told me that I am the Revelation 12 woman clothed with the sun, wearing a crown of 12 stars. I have been given many prophecies that are just now coming to fulfillment. There are many on my channel for you to see. Seventh-day Adventists will not be able to recognize coming prophecies because they have wrongly applied biblical scripture text. One main problem they have is that they use the year-day principle for prophecies in Revelation when the Bible clearly means days when it says days. And yes, the Seventh-day Adventist Church is a beast system in the eyes of Jesus. Jesus says that he is not the head of that system, so who is?